Boys, listen up, because this is 3 ways to make her literally obsessed with you.
Hi, I just called to tell you I love you.
Madam, you do realize that you're calling a wine company?
A good day, everyone. Continue to be Jenny with the program. Learn modern women. Today is part 48. We find out the reason why men are walking away from dating. Start now with Girls of Today.
You know what my last relationship taught me? My last relationship taught me that you can be the whole package at the wrong address.
Well, to be fair, you do look like the package that I never ordered. That's why we have Return to Sender.
Boys, listen up, because this is 3 ways to make her literally obsessed with you. Number 1. Quit putting your name under other girls' photos. Here's the thing. Girls like an untouched, high-value man. So why would they want to be with and show off a guy that is publicly mugging them off by being in every girl's likes and following list? Let me help you out. They wouldn't. Number 2, you snooze, you lose. My guess is you've done the bare minimum and sold her the dream in order to get her. And now you do have her, that effort's kind of slipped a little bit, hasn't it? You need to step up your game and walk the walk, because if you don't, another guy will. As much as it pains you, take her out window shopping. Number 3, hide and seek. All a girl really wants is a hopeless romantic. So from a fellow female, hear me out. Next time you see her, hide little notes around a room telling her how much you appreciate her. When you're not there, she'll find them and be reminded that you were thinking of her. You'll be the talk of the group chat because she'll be bragging to all of her mates about how great you are. And that, boys, is minimum effort, maximum gain.
Okay, now that I don't appreciate your advice, but whenever you start with how to make her obsessed with you, it's just hard for me to take you seriously. I will never want anyone being obsessed with me. But let's talk about your points. No, what an Instagram celibacy. Yeah, because all of you wants a high-value Chad, and we all know that high-value Chads will never, obviously, jump from bed to bed. No, 2 snooze and lose. I've done the bare minimum, sold her the dream. That's kind of a contradiction, and I still got her. So after I've got her, I need to take her shopping. So I need to cover her with gifts. So far, I'm a high-value Chad. I already got her. I've never done more than the bare minimum. So why would I start now and no? Play? Hopeless romantic? That's just not me. You want that guy, go get him. You want that high-value chat to leave you notes in the bedroom that you can find when he's out cheating on you. You go get that guy. You'll be obsessed with him and then hope he's gonna do more than the bare minimum.
This is a great question, and the answer is that I am annoying.
Yeah, it's really not a great question. And we kind of knew the answer even before you said it.
Tell me why there are 7 billion people on this damn planet and not one person has a crush on me. What the hell, universe?
Yeah, well, yelling like that, I'm gonna be surprised if you find a cat to put up with you. You are gonna need more than 7 billion people to find the one that is gonna wanna come home to that every night.
There's something I think about all the time when I am thinking about how men view intimacy, and I don't remember who said it, but I always remember you ask a 5-year-old boy who their best friend is, and they say, Jack, we do everything together. You ask a girl who's your best friend, and they say, Christina, I tell her everything. And that, like, you know how men are like, oh, that's my best friend. I'm like, he doesn't even know your birthday. He doesn't know your birthday. When's the last time he said, hey, how's your day? How's your heart? How's your heart chakra? They don't know. I know all about your heart chakra. Like, well, you're a girl. That's what you do. Who said that? You been talking to Christina? Who said that?
Heart chakra? What in the world are you even talking about? That is one thing we don't value about our friendships. We are built different than you, and that is actually okay. I know my best friend's birthday, especially since Facebook is gonna let me know when that is. And I know that Christina is your imaginary friend. But hey, she sounds like a catch. Maybe just because she's imaginary.
Men are convinced that women only do things for male attention, like wearing makeup, because men only do things for male attention, like going to the gym and getting really, really big.
What a shame. You sounded really smarter for a split second. We go to the gym for ourselves, not to get any type of validation, neither from men or women, and I'm convinced that men don't care about your makeup. We're only gonna say something if we see you looking like a working girl, and the only reason we're gonna say something, if we're gonna say something, is so that we can have a laugh.
Men never receive compliments, which in all honesty is so sad to me. But if you really think about it, men don't just usually compliment other men unless it's about the gym and about the gains. And it's nice to have compliments from your friends, don't get me wrong, but it hits different when it's from somebody random. Girls will so easily, if they like an outfit, they'll be like, hey, I love your outfit, where did you get it? Or they'll compliment our hair, our makeup. But men naturally aren't just gonna be like, hey man, your outfit's so cool. Which, the ones that are comfortable with themselves totally would do that. There are men that do that, but it's just not as common. And honestly, I do compliment men. Like if I really like an outfit, they got nice rings, I will say it. But the problem is that because you guys don't get compliments, especially from women, you're gonna read that as, oh, she wants me, dude, she's down bad, she wants me. So us girls here, we're stuck in the middle zone here because we would be open to freely give you guys more compliments. But that doesn't mean we want to sleep with you.
I don't think you understand that we're all different. And because we're all different, I'm gonna talk only about myself and how I see it. Most of the times men will pay you a compliment just because they want to get you in bed, so maybe we assume that you have the same motive. Also, I don't care about compliments all that much, especially when they're coming from a girl I just met or from a girl I work with. Hey, I really like your shoes. Where did you get them from? I don't know the thingy with the cash register. I only care about the compliments that I get from the girl I'm with, and it would be nice to hear them maybe more often. Hey, I really like your gray hair. Did you always have those, or did you get them after you've met me? And then of course you lie and say, no, I inherited those from my father, along with my receding hairline. Obviously none of those are caused by you. And even if it was because of the happiness I felt coming home to you every night. But yeah, that's just me. I don't care about compliments that much.
Just a reminder, don't be sad about a medium ugly, mediocre brunette man. Because you're hot. And probably way, 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 way hotter than he is. Plus he's a man. Like, gross. Just go find another one.
How dare he be a brunette man? But let me ask you this out of curiosity. Would have been different if he was a medium, mediocre, ugly blonde man. Would that be better? I can understand your brunette ex-boyfriend dumped you, but gross? All men are gross. Come on now. This is the reason why we can't really take you seriously.
Hi, I just called to tell you I love you.
Madam, you do realize that you're calling a wine company?
I do, and I love you.
All right, that was the wine company. Next step is calling the pet shop. Thank them for the cat you bought from them. And after that, you can just go cry yourself to sleep.
I'm single, I have 5 cats, and I'm in my 20s. This is not a narrative I was prepared for. Well, it was, but not for another 30 years.
Well, at least you already started preparing for the years to come. That's never a bad thing. Later on, when you're gonna be 30 and single, at least you're still gonna have your cats. All 5 of them.
Friendly reminder, exes come back. They come back because they can't find anyone better than you.
No, they don't. And yes, they can. Why would I ever want to go back to something that I walked away from, or even in some cases ran away from, and every time I did found something better? You want to be the one staring at your phone, hoping your ex is gonna text you or call you. That's good on you. You do. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna choose to move on with my life.
Okay, so let's get controversial for a moment. So here's the reason why women should not be dating broke men. It's not for the reason you think. It's not that we don't necessarily want to date them, which we kind of don't, but it's mostly that broke men don't want to date women. So men and women were built differently, and so for men, their accomplishments and their money comes before any relationship. So for them to feel ready to provide something, it's gonna be true for masculine men. So for him to feel ready to commit and provide in a relationship, he needs to have some accomplishments. Like, he needs to be established in his career and have some sort of money. And so in the meantime, while he's trying to do that, the only thing really he has to offer is sex, and that doesn't really benefit us. And so to save ourselves the heartache, we should just shift our attention and focus on men who are already established, because that way it's just gonna make our life easier. And anyways, men, they do not want a relationship if they don't have money. So it kind of works both ways, actually. So save yourself the heartache.
Yeah, so what else is new? We all know it. By now, none of you want to be there for the race. All of you want to be at the finish line picking up the winner. What happened with building a life together? Building that relationship together? You just want to be there picking up the trophy. Well, it doesn't work like that.
My dog and I have matching tattoos. One sec. Okay, there's mine. Oh my god, my hand is so shaky. And, sorry, Piggy. There's his. How fun is that? Okay.
And I am actually speechless. For the first time since I started doing this, all I can say is that that is one sad dog. How fun is that? Well, it's not, especially for your dog, it's not.
I'm gonna say something that is going to be triggering for the men. So if you're a man, you don't want to be pissed off by me today, scroll on and have a good day, baby. Ladies, not every man on your roster is a potential boyfriend. And I know this sounds cruel and harsh and mean, but some of them are just fillers. They are props in your life. And if you don't think men treat women the same way, like they talk to you for a specific purpose, whether or not it's just temporary validation or trying to sleep with you or trying to have a hot girl showing interest in them, even if they don't actually like her, but they can tell their friends that he likes her or she likes him or whatever, then you're wrong. Yeah, it's hard for me to find men that I actually seriously want to date. It happens maybe every few months. Okay, since I got divorced, I've only met 2 men who I actually seriously wanted to date. One of them lied to me and said he wanted to seriously date, and that was not what he wanted, and it took me like a month to get over that. And the reason is I swiped the roster for this idiot, and then it didn't work out. So the next time it happened, I really liked this guy. I thought it could have been a relationship, and he told me, "You're bipolar. You're really hot though, so we could be friends with benefits." And that would have been very tempting if I did not have a roster full of little props snapping me, texting me, trying to take me out to divide my attention and make me realize I have more value than that. And I was able to say no and not give him that, even though I really liked him. Because the temptation would have been to say yes and hope that I could get him to want to date me. And what do we know? We know that men do not move from casual to serious. That doesn't happen hardly ever. So yes, I treat the men on my roster kind of like circus performers. They're there to entertain me while I look for one that I really like. Now, when they start out on the roster, a lot of times they are potentials, right? Like, I think, oh, maybe this could be something. But very quickly, I usually realize, no. But unless they, like, really just piss me off, I will keep them around for a while. Now, this rotation is moving quickly. It only lasts so long, and then you're like, I'm sorry, I can't keep this up. And I'm not doing this to be mean. I'm not doing this to, like, use these men. But if I really like someone, the first time we're hanging out, I will be naming our babies and planning where we're gonna buy our first vacation home. Like, I have no chill. I want it to be there like that. So I have to do this to balance out my own emotions and expectations. So the answer is no, I don't like all the men on my roster. So yes, it's exhausting, but for me, it's the only way to avoid, like, falling for someone and being heartbroken every other month.
Yeah, I wonder why your marriage ended. The men that you're describing, the ones that are looking for nothing but fun, not for a relationship, they are called F-boys. You know, the ones from your roster. But because you claim not to want them, you're pretty much teach other women how to be F-girls. So if that's what you want to just be an F-girl, then don't complain about not being able to find a solid relationship